In today's video, I'm going to simply be showing you how to crochet a corner. Let's get to it. So, as you'll see, I just finished this last single crochet. So what you want to do is you want to chain one because we're going to add a corner. And what I like to do, there are many ways to crochet a corner, but what I like to do is I like to go into the body of whatever that last stitch is. So I'll just enter in that body and put a single crochet. And then I'm going to go in that same body and put 2 more single crochet, and that's going to help me round the corner. So that's 2, and then 1 more will be 3. And that's how you make a corner. See you next week. I'm just kidding. So I'm going to chain 1, and then you'll see that this is the final single crochet that we made in that final row. I'm going to go into the body of that single crochet, and I'm going to put 1 single crochet in there. Okay, so just go into the body however you can get in, and if you have a smaller crochet hook, that might help you get into these stitches. Okay, so I put the single crochet. I'm going to just say now that each corner for me will be composed of 3 single crochet. You notice I only put 1 single crochet there. That means when I get back around, I'm going to put 2 more into that final stitch. The reason I like to use 3 is because it helps round the corner, okay? And then on the sides, we're just going to find the end of each row and put a single crochet in there. So here's the next single crochet row. I just go in there, get in where you can, okay? Doesn't have to be exact, but you should have the same number of single crochets on the side as you have rows, okay? Here's the next row, follow it down to the end and just put a single crochet. Here's the next row, follow it down. And if you can, try to go into the body of these single crochets so that it doesn't leave a huge gap. I'm going to do this all the way down until I get to that corner, and I'll meet you there. Now I'm approaching this final row, okay, and I'm going to go into the body of that last stitch, the body of that single crochet, and I'm going to put 3 single crochet in there because this is my corner. So 1, back in there for 2, see how it's rounding, back in there for 3, and it rounds the corner very nicely. Now I'm going to just find the next stitch over, go into the body, and then put a single crochet like that. Here's the next one, go to the body and go down. Okay, basically you're crocheting into the chains. Continue in that fashion. I'll meet you at the next corner. Now we're at the next corner. In there I'm going to put 3 single crochet. 1, back in there for 2, back in there for 3. Once again, it rounds the corner, and then I'm just going to do what I did on the other side, find the row, go to the end, and put a single crochet. Find the next row, go to the end, try to go through the body if you can, put a single crochet because it doesn't leave as much of a gap on the side. Single crochet. When you go through the body, you run the risk of splitting your yarn, so just be careful. Take your time. If it gets too hairy, too yarny, then just take it out and redo it. Start over with that stitch, okay? All right, I'll meet you at the next corner. I'm at the next corner, which happens to be that first single crochet of that row. So I'm on the side, but I see that's the first single crochet. It's okay. I'm going to go in there, and I'm going to put my 3 single crochet, and that's going to help me round the corner. Back in there for 2, and back in there for 3. See, it all worked out. And now this final side is easy because I just get to slice the icing off the top of the cake and put single crochets. I actually have tops of stitches to crochet into It really is the smaller things in life, isn't it? So nice. Just a few more. Okay, now I'm back to the first corner. And remember, I only put one single crochet in there. All my corners need to get 3 single crochet because that's what makes them a corner. So I'm going to, with that first single crochet, I put it into the body there, but I have a nice top there, so I'm going to take advantage of the top and put 2 single crochet in there. So 1 back in there for 2, okay, and that rounds the corner. And then I'm going to slip stitch to the first single crochet that I started the round with, like that. And that's how you make a corner, you guys. I'm going to show you one more time. I'll go around just showing you the corners to show you what I do now if I want to make a border that's thicker than this. Remember, each corner has 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. You're always going to increase. That is to say, you're going to put, in this case, 3 single crochet into that center, that middle stitch. So the second stitch of that 3-stitch grouping. Okay, it'll make sense once I show you, but I just want to plant that in your head. I'm planting the seed. This first corner where we start off is always a little bit weird or different than the other corners because we're slip stitching to start, but it's okay. So here we're gonna, I changed yarn color so you could see a little bit better, hopefully. Chain 1 like normal, and then this single crochet there, that's the first one of the previous round. That's when we went to the body. So if you count the 3 single crochets in this grouping, that's the 3rd one, right? That's not an increase one. The one before that middle one is the increase one. So we're going to increase on our way back because we've already passed it. So in that 3rd single crochet of this 3 single crochet grouping, we're just going to put 1 single crochet because we never increase in it. Okay, and then now it's easy. We just have tops all around to crochet into. So that's what we're going to do, just putting 1 single crochet in every top. Okay, I'll meet you once I get to the next corner. As you approach a corner, you want to pay attention to where the stitches are. I put this final single crochet and the final single crochet before it got to the corner. How do I know this is in the corner? Because all 3 of these stitches are emanating from that 1 stitch. Okay, so 1, not an increase. 2, yes, it is an increase, and I'm going to put 3 single crochet in that one. And then the 3rd one, not an increase. And this is how you're going to increase each successive round in each successive corner. Okay, so the first one, not an increase, I just put a single crochet. It basically behaves like the side. The second one, that is the middle one, and we do increase. I'm going to put 3 single crochet in there. That's 2. That's where that 2 came from. Okay, and then back in there one more time for 3, like that. And now this 3rd single crochet, the 3rd white one, it just gets 1 because it's behaving like the side. Speaking of side, I am on it now, so I'm just going to put 1 single crochet in each stitch across, like that. Okay, show you one more time and then I'll let you fly. I am at the next corner. How do I know that this is the corner? Well, look, all 3 of these single crochets have been crocheted into the same point, so I know it's the corner. The first of those 3, the first single crochet, is not an increase, so I just put 1 in there, 1 single crochet. The second stitch is the one I increase into, and so I put 3 single crochet into that. That's 2. Back in there one more time for 3. And then the 3rd single crochet is not an increase, it just gets 1 single crochet, 3. And that's how I create that corner. I'm back around to almost where I first started. And remember, this final corner, which is technically the first corner, the first corner that we didn't complete, that we have to complete on our way back around, it's always a little bit weird. Okay, so you just have to think about things a little bit, but it is still the corner. So notice, you see these 2 stitches, they're coming out of the same point, and then that 3rd stitch it's put it in the body, but basically these 1, 2, 3 are the 3 stitches that make up that corner. So we treat it like every other corner. This single crochet, the first one, only gets 1. It's not an increase. The next single crochet, the second one, is the middle one, so it gets 3 single crochet. 1, 2, 3. Okay? And then where we started, it already has the single crochet. Remember, we put that 1 single crochet in there when we first started. And it only got 1 because it's not the increase, because it's the third of that 3 single crochet grouping. So we just bypass the chain 1 and slip stitch into it. And now we have a nice corner. Okay, so for the person that asked how to make corners, as I said, there are many ways to make corners. Some people increase with just 2 stitches. I like to increase with 3. I like symmetry, as you guys know. And so I know that I'm always increasing in that middle stitch. If you increase with 2 stitches, then you have to choose one and then be consistent. To me, it's easier to be consistent with 3 stitches because you're always increasing in that middle stitch, if that makes sense. So hopefully this tutorial has helped you. If so, definitely give it a like and consider subscribing. And if you want to see more videos from me, definitely check out this video.